In Scala also we can define arrays. So how to declare one array and how to do processing with these array members. So let us show you one sample coding with proper explanation and execution to give you a better idea that how to declare arrays and how to process array elements. So here is the demonstration for you.
In this video, we shall learn that how to use Scala arrays and how to declare it, how to process its elements. And we will be using help of some sample code for the better understanding. So here we are defining one array. The name of the array is ARR. It will be of integer type and having 4 locations. Like our C, C++ or Java, this array in Scala also starts with the subscript value is equal to 0. That means as here this array ARR will have the 4 locations, so the subscript will be ranging from 0 to 3. So at first we are trying to print all the subscript values, all the location values, and we want to show that these values have got initialized with zeros but not with the garbage one. So then at the location number 1, that is the second place, because the first subscript is location number 0, index number 0. So at the subscript number 1, we are putting this value 20 and then we are trying to print the full array content. So let me execute the code here. So here we are having this array has got declared and then all the locations are having not the garbage values but initialized with 0, as this array is having of the type integer, and then ARR1 we are putting the value 20. So at the second place 20 is there. So now here you see, here also we can mention the array type. On the left hand side also we can mention the array type, and we are going to execute the code here. So that is another way of declaring array in Scala. So that is the same output we are going to get because we didn't change the rest of the code, only the array declaration line we did some modifications to show you that on the left hand side of this assignment also we can write :array int. And here you see, while accessing the subscript locations value, we are not using any second bracket or any other bracket. We are not using the square bracket. Here we are using the first bracket here. So now what we are going to do, in this case you see we are defining this array and also initializing at the same time, and also telling it that what is the type of the data it is going to hold. As we are having 11, 22, 33, 44, this ARR will be of type integer and having 4 locations here. So let me execute the code. So here you see this array has got initialized with the value along with its definition. It has got initialized, and then this ARR has got printed. At the location number 1 we did some update, and so this is the respective content of the array. Now we are going for processing an array content. So in this particular section we are going to discuss that how to calculate the sum of all the elements of the array, how to calculate the maximum data of the array content. We'll be discussing that one. So at first you see, to print this array content also you can use this for, and for I, this ARR content will be populating I for each and every iteration, and then we are printing this value of I. So just see here, we are running the code. So here you see this value of I is getting printed. So in the first iteration it has got initialized with the first value, that is 11, in the second iteration 22, third iteration 33, and the fourth iteration it will get populated with 44, and in this way you are getting this, and we are getting this respective output. Now here we are calculating the sum of the all elements of the array. We are defining one variable total and initialize with value 0.0, and then we are having this for I. Here this ARR content will be initializing this I for each and every iteration, and you are going to calculate the total. So total plus equal to I, and then total will get printed. So here we are going to add 11, 22 and 33 and 44. So I'm getting this one as 110. If you go on adding, you'll be finding this one as 110. In the last one, we are going to find out the maximum data item. Here intentionally we have made the data unsorted here. So here the maximum data is 44. Let us check whether it can find 44 here or not. So at first this max data is getting initialized with AR as 0, that means with 11 max data is getting initialized, and now I will be compared with the max data. If value of I is greater than max data, then max data will be initialized by I, and then the max data will be printed. So let me execute the code here. So here you see we are finding this particular max data initialized with the value 44. So in our program we have demonstrated that how to define one array and how to process array data using some loop or iteration. Thanks for watching this video.